you.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Dale. It's a pleasure to be here. Just judging by past history, I think I should probably give you a bit of a brief description of what Intelisys does. We provide primarily systems for airlines. At the end of the 1990s, we actually decided that there was a good market there, and we started investing quite heavily in developing our products. This just gives you a quick snapshot of all of the different products that we offer. Some of these acronyms might not mean a lot to you, but what we've done is integrated a lot of the operations that an airline has to manage on a day-to-day basis and integrate this through a single database. So the reservation systems, scheduling their crew, building all of their schedules. When you go online and book with our clients, the booking engine is provided by us. So almost every aspect of their operation is controlled by our software. So some of our challenges, then I guess this leads into the topic that they wanted me to address tonight, which is innovation. We are in an extremely competitive industry. We compete in a worldwide market, so as you can imagine, very diverse practices and cultures that we have to accommodate with our systems. And our success is very dependent on our clients' experience using our products. If they don't like our user interface, we're toast. They will move to another product. And as I'm sure most of you have seen with airlines like WestJet, it's a very dynamic industry. A few years ago, Air Canada was purely a full-service carrier. WestJet was purely low-cost. WestJet just went on a new reservation system, which effectively makes them more of a full-service carrier, and Air Canada went with Jazz and some of their other branches, which makes them now also a low-cost carrier. So it's really hard to keep a scorecard. It changes almost monthly. But the bottom line is, in our business, innovation has to be really one of the key founding aspects of our business. What exactly is innovation? I hit the net when I started trying to research this a bit. I'm a big fan of Jim Collins. Didn't actually get to read him until a couple of years ago when I had a meeting with some people here in Moncton, and one of them gave me a copy of it. Fortunately, I saw that we were at least doing a few things right. But Jim Collins says, not all great companies have innovative products or services. They all, without exception, pursue the most profound and powerful form of innovation, social innovation. So what he's talking about is innovation is not creating the next really fantastic product. It's really what sort of a culture do you promote within your organization. One of the examples he gives is Apple computers. After Steve Jobs left, the staff that remained there tried to invent something that would have the same impact as the Mac, which they couldn't do. And what they should have been doing, according to Jim Collins, is really building the culture within Apple so that everybody in the company would be innovative. So how to continually nurture innovation? We've done a lot of these things, some well, some not so well over the last few years. But what we have tried to do right from the outset is provide a collaborative environment between our staff and our clients. If we can push down into the organization so that all of our staff have a very clear idea of what our clients are trying to do with the software they're developing, then we'll have better quality and better user interface even in the beta version of the software. We try very hard to motivate our staff to recognize implementation, and of course we reward it when we see it happening in the company. So by keeping everybody in the company focused on continually improving the products, and again, we're in a very dynamic industry, so if we're not continually thinking of how we can improve our clients' use of the system, then we're going to be obsolete in a few years. And the final point is we try very hard to protect the innovative culture in our company. And sometimes you have to make staff changes. You have to be very careful who you hire. And when we do hire people, we usually subject them to a bit of a baptism of fire. They have to be interviewed by everybody in the company that they're going to be working with. And then the hiring is usually done by a vote among the staff. Probably one of our most successful events which we started in 2002, is an annual, what we call a user group conference. So in our context, the most important form of innovation is continually allowing the user to perform their work more easily. As I mentioned, the user group conference, we provide the primary funding for this, and we normally hold it in Moncton. But we've somehow convinced the clients to spend their own money on travel and accommodation and fly here and meet with us every year. And the basis of the user group conference is formal meetings where we sit down with the clients, we go through every aspect of the software. And if you think of it, it really is a bit of a marketing coup. Our clients pay their own way here. They fly in once a year and they tell us what they want us to build for the next year into our product. And then after we build it, they buy more software. So it's great.